Hello, I'm Tyler Marilla from APECStreamDayClusterE, and I'm like the editor of the group. And today we're going to be cooking, and there's like a challenge. So let's see what the challenge is. So I think I can do the challenge, but I do have a confession. I don't think I have eaten the dishes from APEC once. Because I just buy the snacks from the cafeteria, or I like bring my own snacks. So anyways, I think I can do this challenge. And also the dish I'm going to make is carbonara. They sell them one time like in the cafeteria, I think. Also, the challenge says that I will improve the dishes or elevate the dishes. So I'm going to make the carbonara like the right way, not like you use cream. So yeah. And I'm going to make like a three-course meal. So my first meal, which is like the appetizer, I think I'm just gonna do like bread, then maybe a vinaigrette. Then the main course will be the carbonara. Then I think my dessert will be just like a beverage, like a cold brew coffee. So yeah. So let's go to the kitchen and let's get cooking.
Right, so right now we're going to do the coffee before the day we cook because cold brew takes like 12 hours to make, so let's do cold brew now. Right, so we'll get our coffee grounds, and the equipment that we'll be using is a French press. Right, for my cold brew, I'm going to get 2 tablespoons of coffee grounds and put them in the French press. Then we put our grounds back in the fridge. Then we fill this up with water. We only need like normal temperature water. We don't need like hot water because we're just going to put it back in the fridge. So we're just going to use like normal water. Right, so we finished filling this water and let's put it back on the table. Right, then we just wanna cover up the ground, so we just stir it a little bit. Right, then we put the plunger in. Right, then we let it sit there for like 12 hours. Right. See you tomorrow. Right, so it's been 12 hours, so we take our cold brew out. So the ingredients for a cold brew is we need a cup and sugar. It's really just simple. We can use caramel syrup, it's just optional, but I like putting caramel syrup, so yeah. Then we just clean up our table. Then we push the plunger. Then we're going to add about 2.5 tablespoons of sugar. Sorry, it's just like a typo. Right. Then we pour our coffee. We're just gonna stir it. Then we clean again our table. Then we put some ice. Then we get our lid and put it on our cup. Right, so my brother is filming because our phone stand would not handle it. So yeah, so we get the knob of butter and put it in the pan. Then we cover the pan using a with butter. Right, once the butter is foamy, we put our bagels. I forgot to film when I cut it, so yeah, we just cut the bagel in half and put it in the pan. Then we let it toast for a bit. Once the side is toasting gold brown, you just flip the bagels. Also, I burnt myself a little bit, so yeah. Then we toast the other side. Right, so once the bagels are done, we just put them in the plate. Right, so time to cut them. So we get our cutting board, then we get our bagel, and we have a knife. So we're just gonna cut this in half. Also, it's very hot. I didn't think that it would be very hot in this shot, so yeah. Right, so we're just gonna cut this in half. Right, let's just get a tissue so that I don't burn myself. Right. Then we just stack the bagels to each other, then cut it again. Then we get our bowl and just put the bagel in there. Right, then we get the second bagel and the top. Right, we just put the pan back in the stove. Then we cut the second bagel. Then we stack them each other, then cut it again. Right, so we finally have 8 pieces of bagel. Then time for the vinaigrette. So the vinaigrette is just easy. I'm just going to use olive oil and balsamic vinegar. So we have some olive oil, put them in a saucer. Balsamic vinegar and just put it in the olive oil, and it's just simple. Let's put back the balsamic vinegar. Then we just mix it a little bit. Then we are finally done. So finally, it's carbonara time. So the ingredients that we need is we need some pasta. I'm using fettuccine, some grated cheese, maybe then eggs, and I'm going to use bacon. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to combine the cheese and eggs. So I think that will be our sauce. So yeah, we just put the ingredients in the bowl. Then we crack the 2 eggs. So we finally have our eggs in the bowl. Then we get our cheese and just put the cheese in the bowl. Right? Then we're just going to mix it until it's homogeneous. Also, I forgot to add pepper, so let's add pepper and just mix it again a little bit. After that, we're just going to cut our bacon for the bacon bits. Then we're just going to put the remaining bacon in a ziploc, then put it in the fridge. Right, so we finally have our ingredients, so it's time to cook. So we preheat the pan for a bit. Then we put the bacon in, then let it fry until it becomes like crispy or like golden brown. Also, if one side is already like crispy and golden brown, we just like flip the other side. Also, we're going to boil some water for the pasta. Right, so once this is crispy and done, we just set it aside. Right, so we turn off the heat of the bacon. Then we're just gonna put some salt in the water. Right, so time for the pasta. So we're just gonna put some pasta in the water. Right, let's just let it boil for a little bit, then try to mix it so that it doesn't stick together. Right, so I'm going to add a bit more because I just noticed that it was a little bit, so yeah. Right, then just let it boil and maybe stir it a little bit so that it doesn't stick. Once it's been like cooking for a bit, we're just gonna take a piece, then just taste it to check if it's good. Alright, so the pasta is pretty much done, so we can mix all the ingredients now. Alright, let's get our bacon. Then we just put the pasta in the bacon. Then we just mix it. Then we're going to add our egg mix and just put it in. You gotta be fast because we don't want to make like stir-fried noodles or like scrambled eggs, so we're just gonna be fast and just mix it. So we are finally done cooking. So we just need to plate the dish. Right, so we grab a plate. Then we get our carbonara. Just put some basil. Then we're finally done. Right, so we finish all the dishes. Now it's time to put them all on the table. So we have our toasted bagels and vinaigrette. Then we have our carbonara. Then finally our cold brew coffee. And also a straw. I forgot the straw. Then time for the taste test. Okay, so this is my brother's taste testing. So taste the bagel.
It's very good.
Alright.
I like it. It has a texture of salt and a little bit of sour. I think it's because of the vinegar and the olive oil. I like it.
Ooh. Alright. Next, time for the carbonara.
Forgot the meat.
Alright, so how's the carbonara?
I like it's delicious. I like it. I think it's because of the cheese. I think it's the cheese that makes it yummy.
Ooh.
I really love the carbonara and the meat, of course. It's really delicious. I really like carbonara. It's sweet, but not that much. It's just right.
Is the pasta good?
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
Alright, let's go. Alright, so time for the coffee.
The coffee is also good. I'm not really big fan of coffee, but I think it's good. But if you really like, some sweet ones, it's good.
Alright, so that's all from me. And thanks to my kuya again for being my test tester. And bye-bye!
Alright, so thank you all again for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you can subscribe to us on YouTube and maybe follow us on Facebook, which is like APECStreamDayClusterE. So yeah, thank you all again, and bye bye.